Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? I thought I would go live today and, just have a little bit of fun and all that. Anyone who knows my channel or watches my channel enough knows occasionally I do some artwork and all that. I mean, you can see as of right here, I did a actual cover of Amazing Spider-Man 33. I changed a little bit here or there, made it my own. And I also painted this behind my masks. I did like a self-portrait, so that is something like that. I like to do some painting and all that. So what I did was I was inspired. I had an idea. My original idea was to kind of do like a Mr. Negative kind of Amazing Spider-Man. Instead of the red, he would be in black, and instead of the blue, it'd be white. And then instead of the black lines, obviously, it's white lines, so it distinct and all that. But in the middle of doing my artwork, it changed. I had an idea, but it changed. So, I made a little bit of a video while I was recording it. So I turned that into a video. So I thought we could do that while I'm playing it and all that. While the video's playing and all that, we can talk a little bit, or I can explain what I was thinking in the process here and whatever. So let's get the screen shared. I mean, I realize I'm going up against Saturday afternoon, Short Box Padawan and their Saturday morning auction. Other people doing other things, so I realize the chance of me actually getting much of a live crowd is a little bit harder. So, all right, so that's good to go. I don't know. There is music involved with this, so I don't know how exactly it's going to turn out, but we'll see how it goes. So let's hit the play button then, shall we? So that is the picture that I took and all that. So it's a little bit of a side view, or pretty much all side view. I had already got the outlines drawn, the basic shape of the outline, so then I started drawing it there. Just it was a little bit easier to get the outline of the shape done rather than to just start from scratch, because then that'd be a lot slower. So even fast forward, because this whole video was an hour and 10 minutes, but I fast forwarded it 8 times, so that you're looking at, well, maybe this part is 4 times, but at least most of it is times 8 speed. So that way it doesn't take an hour and 10 minutes for this video. That's hot. Whew. But I always find it fascinating to watch, this stuff in fast forward motion like this. Makes you look more talented than you actually are because you're going faster. Nice to see things come together. What I do, or what I like to do, is do a grid pattern to draw, like this. And that way it's a lot easier. Instead of drawing a whole picture, which when I try to do, I suck at, I'm drawing one little box. As you can see, more I might not be able to see on the screen here, but you can see one little box is just a couple of lines, and that's it. It's a lot easier to get it to translate prettier and simpler when you're just doing a few lines rather than trying to do Spider-Man's head. So, and while we're doing this and you're waiting for me to do this more, if you would be so kind as to smash that like button and all that, help me get some likes for this video here. If you're not subbed me up, I'd appreciate a sub if you like this video or my channel. And leave a comment on what you think of my artwork. I know I like to use canvases and all that, but occasionally for some things I like to use a flat canvas, not the actual whatever, because it's something solid behind it. It's a lot harder to draw, or a little bit harder to draw when it's a canvas that doesn't have a background behind it, or more than just like a bar, one piece of wood, like a portrait painting kind of a thing. But for smaller stuff, I like to use the flat. It's a lot easier to get it, to draw and erase because it's a hard surface. So that arm was the hardest part to do, honestly, because the way it is, he's like this with his knee up, and his knee up. He's against a wall. He has his knee up and his arm kind of down over this. So it's real hard to get that angle there. You know, I originally had the arm looking a lot sicklier than it was. I got some of my lines wrong that I didn't see until after I had started. So when I got the basic shape in there, I started with the arm because that would have been the single hardest part I felt to do, was that one arm, or that right arm that goes out, you know. There we go. I was wondering where the music went. And hopefully you're listening to the music and it's good. So, I mean, if not, I apologize. Otherwise, it's just me talking. I know, I realize I'm no Morgan Freeman or what's the actor who plays Mufasa, James Earl Jones, you know, or kind of, or Sam Elliott. I don't have that love. I don't have that voice that's ooh, So, another part that worried me here was doing the eye, because the eye is not 100% right. It looks awkward, so I tried to start with the hardest parts first and move to the easiest, because you're spending the most time with what's hard, and then everything else just falls into place. But I had a little bit of advantage in the fact that I did pretty much a full side portrait in a way, because it left the best shape for the eye. If it was a kind of a sort of like a diagonal thing where you can see a portion of my other face as well, kind of thing, it distorts the shape of the eye. So, but I definitely had a lot of fun. I chose a good picture. I definitely like how it turns out. So again, if you like this video here, please hit that smash button, smash that like button. So, hope you enjoy this. I like to do these videos once in a while. This is only my second real time-lapse painting one, because I never remember. Most of my portraits or paintings I've done before were just done before I had a channel. An easy way to do this, or the thing there with some of the lines, is after I drew it, I traced it in a Sharpie. It's kind of like a mixed medium, mostly black and mostly paint and all that, but a lot of the lines, for cleaner lines and sharper lines, I just did Sharpie. It sticks really well and looks really good. And I put it over there, so I can't quite just get to it, but it looks really good. It makes it easier to so I know, okay, this line's more prominent than others, which is why I didn't color it in first. Yeah, another one of the hardest parts was getting there, getting curves in like that. His webbing was not as easy this go around as you would have liked it to be. But yeah. So, don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. It could be a really nice gift, although I don't think I can give it away. I've thought about making prints of it, honestly. If I could make a print of this, a full-scale print of it, because I know other people sell original art all the time. I'm not saying I'm worthy of someone buying original art from, like J Hood or, Superpower Review, or who's, there's a kid on Reggie Collects channel called Young Matthew, who's a very talented artist too. He's what, 16 or 17 by now? Who knows? But don't know if anyone would want my artwork. But if I did, if anyone was interested in buying it, definitely let me know. If I could make a print of it, I'd basically be charging, I'm not trying to get rich or anything. If I could make a print of it for like $10 and all that, I'd basically charge you 10 or 15 at most, plus shipping. So kind of a thing. I'm not out to make money on this. If anyone wants to buy it, it'd be an honor to have someone own my artwork, It's nice to see it come together. It's always very satisfying. My eye looked pretty good, I think, anyway. Might have had it a little bit hard to tell with the picture down there if I messed up a little bit on the one portion of it right here. I think I might have gone out when I was supposed to gone a little bit more in, so not 100% sure, but it still looks good. It looks really good looking at it. I don't think I messed up at all, honestly, but this video from this angle just doesn't look 100% right. It is what it is. But no, I wanted to do another painting for a little bit. Was waiting for the right inspiration. Wanted to do something comic book related. And there's what I've done here. Let me pause it right here. Let me go back just a little bit. Where was it? So went too far back. I'm sorry about that. You're gonna have to watch this over again. Oops. But where is it? I apologize. I was trying to pause it in a spot. I didn't think I'd want to stop it beforehand, but oh well. Just watch a little bit there of the webbing. But yeah, I like how the webbing came together. Here we go. But you can see that's the reference I used and all that. But you can also see, I think right here is where it was a little bit off on how I wanted it to be. And, I had to change it a little bit. Things just weren't quite matching 100% up. But then again, that's just how I did. So it might have been good, might have been and all that. So not 100% perfect, not 100% like the original, but it's good. I think it did really good, especially on the webbing on the face. I think it did really good. So like I said, I do a Sharpie instead of using for a lot of the fine lines. Instead of painting on black ink or whatever, I'm using Sharpie and making it look really good. Because then I can do a lot simpler, whatever. I'm not going constantly back, trying to make the lines straight and all that. I'm just doing one sweep with the marker instead of trying to paint the brush and all that. So I just like how it comes together like this. Of course, if I ever do the original painting, like I want to do a Mr. Negative Spider-Man, where it's he's the black where the red is and the blue and the white where the blue is, and the white lines instead of black. I don't have a white Sharpie or anything like that, kind of thing. I would literally have to paint it all and all that. So but yeah, looks pretty good to me, don't you think? And then we're starting to paint, so this is definitely where I'm at 8 times normal speed. So just do it very carefully. I usually try and paint up close, real quick, like that. So, if I can get that border around the painting, then I can just go to town on the rest of it. And that's where I originally thought I had things down there with the knee, but really nice. I originally thought of having a starry sky background and all that, but I guess I was a little occupied in my thought at the time, because I've done several nighttime starry skies, but I usually done a darker, mixed several blues together. darker blues and, covering, a darker hue here or a lighter blue. And like a lighter blue or a darker blue. I forget which one I started with, but just different shades of blue on there to kind of create it. I didn't do a solid black like this. It was just a dark nighttime sky, because the sky is not always black. It seems like that, but but in paintings and things like that, the sky is not black. It's kind of bluish, dark bluish, like navy kind of thing at most. So I changed up my thought later in there, because I just didn't want to do just this. I wanted to do something more than just the black, than just this. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I had to figure it out. And like one of the things I like to do here is, like I said, the marker helps. I paint the lines first, or draw the marker there. Then I do the single coat of red paint here, or I'd say the coat of paint underneath it, because you can see how it blurs the lines a little bit, but I can still see them. And then after this, what I'll do is go back over the lines with paintbrush or with a marker or whatever I'm using for the lines, and I'll re-highlight the lines. That way they don't disappear under a second or third coat of paint, while I make sure the red is good enough there. Because if I paint over that with a second or third coat and the lines disappear, I have to redraw the lines over again. And that's just extremely difficult, time consuming, and I learned that lesson the hard way once. So that's what I'll do is, like I said, the first layer of red paint, then I'll highlight it, but get the black lines in there, once the paint dries. And then I'll do a second layer, maybe even a third layer before, after there, to do that, to get it in there. So it looks really good. So I really like how I did the lines. Definitely like how I got the lines in there. Looks really good. And I had already painted a different blue on there. I didn't like how the first one was looking. And so that's what I decided to do then. I missed out filming it. I thought, hey, a Venom background kind of thing, something Venom related in the background. So I did the Venom symbiote logo in the background. And then someone mentioned the idea of lines, webs. And so I fanned them out just a little bit to create that. And so I quite like how it turned out. Quite like how it turned out, for sure, for sure. Definitely, definitely. So, and that is the final look right there. That is what it turns out to look. That is the final result. It looks really good. So, like I said, if anyone's interested in a, original print of this, if I can find a way to do it, definitely hit me up and let me know. I'm not going to charge an awful lot of money. And like I said, I'm basically going to be the cost of shipping and the cost of making the print. So I'm not trying to make money on this. I'm just sharing art. So if anyone's interested at all, hit me up and let me know. So definitely, definitely. Yeah. So definitely like how good. So I'm just busy staring at it. Sorry. So. So if anyone, like I said, if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that comment, sub me up if you're not, and well, take care. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everyone. As always, this is Mr. Comics 89. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and happy collecting. I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you later.